Hey there, I am JB and welcome at Artsville Cities Skylines 2. In the last episode we have been renovating this whole area right down here, which is the surface area. We've been adding a couple of extra buildings and made some future planning. Also, we have been adding in a train station, which is right down here, and we have been adding some lines to that, and we have been adding a cargo terminal right down here. And this last one is a bit of a problem that we're going to need to solve. Which in this case, you might be able to tell what the problem actually is. Now, I have been streaming last Saturday, and in the stream I've been messing around a little bit with this down here because I had a viewer that wanted to know a couple of this and that. And the way how to solve this problem is very simple. We're just going to need to add in another cargo terminal. And for this, we're going to need to find a place somewhere close nearby the surface area, because apparently a lot of these trucks come from the surface area, as you can see right down here. A whole row of these guys, and anything else is basically comes from this and goes into this line right down here, and then they need to merge. Now, another thing that you can see right down here is no vehicles, and the reason for that is because we have added right now 3 train stations, and basically we have too many requests for a train that the depot right down here cannot handle the request. A depot apparently can only handle 15 trains, and we want to have more than 15, so we're also going to need to add in another depot. Definitely if we also want to add in another cargo terminal somewhere. Now, besides that, I also want to replace this guy because it doesn't look very optimal right down here, and also for the other side it also doesn't look very optimal. But I think the first thing we're going to need to do is add in another depot. Then I want to add in the second cargo terminal somewhere, and then I want to make this one look nice. The forest fire has appeared, which in this case I don't have to worry about that. Now, I have also been thinking maybe because we're going to add more and more trains, we might need to add in a second track. Or with other words, what I would like to see is having a split up right down here that goes along this way all the way up to there, and then connect somewhere over there, and then have a couple of between connections where we can add that. I think it's for the best because there are also trains that basically come from this connection, goes straight to that connection, and then I hope, because I'm placing it on the inside of the big corners, that they will take the inside line for that. So in this case, before I'm going to add in the whole track, I first would like to figure out how close can I build this up. Now, of course, I am also going to need to give a little bit of negative feedback or things that I don't like at all at this moment. And one of these things is actually, it does show here 15 out of 15, right? But it's not really showing somewhere an overall of how many trains I got total. Which in this case, it does show, okay, we have 4 normal trains and we have 2 cargo trains. But we're using 15, and I don't know where I can find the overall use of, you know, what we actually request to say. Which, if I would click on cargo, it just shows 2. But I'm almost sure that certain lines we have ordered more than 2. So, for example, if we click on this one, it shows 3, right? And if we click on the one at the bottom, it shows 4. So, in this case, we already have 7 cargo trains, which in this case, like I said, I don't know if there is a way to see the total, because it only shows 2 routes in none of the trains. And if we click on this one, for example, public transportation, it is still the same stuff. And another one is 7, which is 21. Along with the 7 of the cargo is 28. Yeah, 21 plus. Yep. Now, what I also see, if I would click on this guy, it does shows how many trains there are in the field. And it would be nice to have like a slash here. Slash 3 out of 4, slash 4 out of 4, slash 3 out of 3, slash 1 out of 3, something like that. would be super duper handy, and or maybe have like a line underneath and then show underneath the total of all of the trains that I have ordered, and slash so many out of so many is in use. I think this would be what it is, right? So if I would do this, yeah, it's not too maximal tight, but it is at least what I need for this. And so in this case, I think this is perfect, and 2 of these will be 30 trains, and we have like, I believe I said 28 total, so we could have 2 more trains on the cargo, which we come close to having to need to build another one of these guys, which is actually a lot. But I do understand that a depot can only hold so many, but it would be nice to have actually something that is called like a train parking spot or something. You know, you see sometimes in cities places where they just park trains a lot. That would be nice, right? So in this case, we do now know that the trains will pass through this one here near the building, which in this case will be this guy right down here, right? Have to do that on both sides, at least until, yeah, a little further ahead. Let's just do that, because we know, I believe I said 169 would be a nice like angle to make it like that. Also, I do have to mention in the stream, you know, guys are guys, and there is one guy that actually wanted me to name one district Morning Wood, because in the morning you can smell the wood, like fresh wood. It's like freshly mown lawn or grass or whatever. You smell that, and in the morning, you know, when all the smog has mostly faded away from all the vehicles, the fresh forest air is coming into the city. So that's why we call this Morning Wood. Yeah, eventually we're going to move this up to right down here, a little bit closer toward the industrial area, and probably end up making another road just past this one that way. I think it would be a very nice idea and have like all of these little things closed up right down there. All right. Now, what I do want to do is I would like to connect up the line close to the other line. Right, fantastic. And now in this case, I can just line it all up. Get past where it needs to be. Slope is too steep. Okay, slope is too steep. Why is that? Okay, that's because of this little piece right down there. And so on and so on. I think this is a perfect solution, and I also like how I once figured out how to make this look nice actually, without having this glitchy stuff. Well, too much to say. I mean, it is still a little bit, but it's better than this right down here. I believe this is the very first one I ever made, so then I didn't know about the little trick. So in this case, let me just fix up all of the train lines. That's kind of funny. If a train spawns, well, the one before spawned on this rail rather than on this rail, and it was moving up. Anyways, instead of one, I got 2 depots, because I'm like, if I'm gonna place another cargo harbor train terminal, I mean, I'm going to need to have more than 2 trains, and for the future expanding, I want to have another line going from this train station in the back, going out that way, and that way that means another couple of trains. So I thought it would be smart to just add in right away another one, which in this case brought me some new challenges, because normally I would just connect this up somewhere around here to there, right? But in this case, and this is something that came up in my mind a little bit later, and that was the fact that I didn't have a lot of space down here, and I already placed this thing. I connected up a couple of things already, and I was like, okay, let's think of something. In this case, it's just going to be very simple. The train is just going to move very slow over these tracks and then just turn around. Also goes for, you know, when they come in here. And then I was like, yeah, that is another thing that I haven't been thinking about. How about they need to go here, right? So for an example, I don't know, from this train station, they're like, okay, let's bring it to depot, this one. How are they going to turn around? They need to go all the way out, and then for some reason turn around and then go into there. So I was like, in order to save time, let's just take care that we have like a small corner down here. You know, they don't need to go with 300 miles per hour to the corner to get into wherever they need to be. Now in this case down here, what I thought, let's just add some sort of roundabout. My speaking here. So they can just go, you know, or either like this and turn around into there, or they can go this and turn around in there. I thought it would be a very nice idea. So in this case also, if a cargo needs to go to this depot or any of the other ones, they could just go like that and then just in there and back. I was also thinking, but what if they need to go here and, you know, I mean, they could go like this, right? And then in here, if they need to go in that direction, they can go, you know, have a little bit around, but they can still go there. Meanwhile, I was also thinking, like, what if they need to go, yeah, like I was saying, if I need to go from here to there, I was like, you know, let's make like a split like that, and then just that way. I was also like, but what if one of these trains that are on this track need to go into this depot? They can just go like this into there. What if they need to turn around? You know, I thought about all kinds of scenarios where they need to go somewhere, and then I, you know, tried to make like something of it. And this track is really getting used a lot by the look of it, and which is very nice. They come from here, they go there, which is very good. This will save some traffic. Now, of course, as you can see right now, we're having a little stopping issue, which I'm not sure why. I'm trying to think here, you know, would this be a smart idea? I mean, they go off here anyways, which kind of seems logic why they do that. Maybe I'm going to need to have one down here already. You know, let's just do that. Let's just not stare at it and be like, maybe let's just do it. So, this case, which already seemed to be troublesome, maybe like that. You know, why not? Why not? If they can go off earlier, it's only better. Then you might wonder, well, why this? Well, I'll guess there are all sorts of good reasons why, and holy smokes, why not? Why did you have to pop up in my face? Oi! Okay, let's see where she is going to, or he. You know, you don't really see what gender this thing is. I'll guess gender neutral these things are. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with the progress. Now, of course, you can give a little tips and tricks, but it is nice to know actually in the future to keep this very well in mind that you need to have multiply depots, because I didn't really think about it from the start. It basically, when I seen these icons, it's really what made me think like, okay, let's have a look at it. 15 out of 15, 9 out of 15. 4 out of 15. So this really proves that we need multiply, and the icons right now are gone. Will you leave my trees and stop alone? Thank you. Man, the traffic on this guy. Yeah, I'm really, you know, trying to think like, what can I do? Because I need a certain amount of corner in here, right? It's going to be a little bit funky the way how it's going to swirl around and connect things up. It is not much space. I'm just gonna put it on pause and just see, you know, what we're working with. You know what I dislike about doing off-camera work is, you know, you set up a song or maybe a playlist, in this case The Prodigy, and then you're like into the songs and stuff, and then you finish what you need to do off camera, and then you need to stop the music. I don't want to stop the music. I want to continue. Well, anyways, I got this set up. I've also added 2 lines for this cargo terminal. One goes, of course, to that one. The other one goes to that one. And in this case, I just made the track go along as I was, you know, as I wanted to, behind this factory. Then I decided I want to go underneath the ground because of the road. And then I actually... when I made this down here, I was like, I can make the corner a lot further, which allows the train to have a lot more speed, and also for this one it's a lot better. Now this line is actually light blue, and I actually paused it right down here. This is a very good example of, you know, stuff that happens. In this case, I do think it is kind of funny because the trains, you know, plop down here. They're gonna go around here, then go around here to go onto the track, which, why are they're not just gonna go straight onto it? It's a bit mysterious. For right now, it does what it needs to do. I am starting to get happy about the whole train situation. We have 15 out of 15, 8 out of 15, and 10 out of 15. So we do still have a lot of space to save for some more trains. It is gonna get a little bit busy down here on such a way. Ooh, the sun is coming up. Oh, I noticed that in my eyes immediately. Yeah, that folks actually have to stop. And this is something that I would like to keep in mind for the future. To actually, you know, not have this happen. Now, I was also thinking maybe I should have displaced it a little further. Because all of a sudden I have to think like certain cargo that will be dropped off here might go to the stores, right? So it is still a large area right down here for the stores only that have to be covered up by this guy, and a lot of traffic will go here and there, and certain traffic down there. I mean, the traffic down here, it would be faster for them to go here rather than go there, right? This is something for our future I have to keep in mind, which in this case, you know, I'm just going to take it because there is also industrial traffic. The other thing though, ooh, I didn't think about this now, right down here. It's not too bad to solve this problem actually. I shouldn't be waiting with this though for too long, because yeah, I wish this game had like a smart system. And the smart system will say, okay, if the train is too long to this piece down here in order to not block the road, let the train wait in the front of it. We're gonna change it in a minute. Another problem I had actually right down here is then I need to change something here, because I was like, okay, the traffic that needs to go to this way will get a chance to do that by taking this route, which is not good, because as you can see, a lot of smaller vehicles and whatnot will go here, and the line will get very long eventually. The more trucks and stuff will go in here. So I'm going to change that. The best thing, of course, is to have this guy stop onto the road. And have this connection down here. I don't know, maybe right down here, for example. So people are forced to go that way onto this guy. Would it be weird to have like a restriction saying non-commercial vehicles that are forbidden to go there? Okay, I see. Yeah, that vehicle went straight. They go straight. Let's just keep an eye out on folks that want to go and don't want to go. Oh, non-commercial vehicles. Why are you guys doing that? Why do you... I think, which is a good thing that I think, is because there is traffic stuff here. So if I would remove that and make this road speedy as possible, then maybe that will help, maybe. Okay. Things are gonna go straight. Right. Okay, I think that actually helped a lot. I think, you know, traffic lights, you need to stop, so why wouldn't you go like that? That's how people work. People are like that. So, yeah. This is solved. Well. Look at what happens right down here. These vehicles are now coming in here, which surprises me a lot. So this was a little bit the way how I tried to solve the problem of not going straight into, you know, they have to go in a very tight corner. I thought, you know, let's just do it like that, and then let's see, maybe this will solve it. Yeah, apparently, yeah, all of a sudden they go like that, which, you know, it is fine by me, but this does mean I have to change stuff again, which is fine. I actually kind of like, yeah, this changes a lot though. Now the one silly thing that I don't like about this is they still want to go exactly to this spot, which means more traffic problems, because now they have to cross each other right down there, which is, you know, there is some space, but it does stop each other from, you know, going and going, as you can see, which eventually I hope that it's not going to cause any traffic problem, because if there is too many vehicles in here and they cannot circulate, it's bad. And yeah, by the looks of it, still certain vehicles want to go in here, and now it stops that too. And yeah, you see what's happening here? Ay, 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 caramba, this is very bad. Yeah, it's definitely something to learn yet about how this works. But yeah, let's just see. So I did see some problems right down here, like holy see moly. It's really bad, this, like holy moly, absolutely holy moly. Now maybe one thing I could be doing, and this is something that I do not really like about doing this in the game, is, you know, have like a swirly road, like swirl it up, let them all go into that, and then put it out here. Yeah, you get what I'm saying there? It's not nice. It is definitely a good solution. I am not happy with this decision. Maybe off camera I'm going to make it a little bit better, or, you know, better looking, whatever. Make it, maybe I can fake it somehow. What I mean with that is fake it just like for example like this, so it looks like it is a tunneling something, but underneath it goes around the corner and swirl up and do whatever kind of spaghetti and then come back up. So, you know, fake that it looks like it is just a tunnel, because in this case it doesn't look like it. And maybe I can make like a footpath, you know, something for a good excuse. Yeah, but basically underneath the ground it looks like this. And wow, it's almost seemed to be not enough for that. Yeah, I also see, of course, that a whole part of this is cut out from, you know, it extends it only, so that it's definitely something. And maybe maybe in the future I'm going to have another one of these guys, and maybe I need to place one out here and have it connect up to that part. My question here is also a little bit like, have I reduced the traffic, or have I given these guys more reason to, you know, use more traffic for this? Like, look at that. It's just so, I don't like it at all. I do not like it. So, yep, maybe I just need to accept that. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have still enjoyed. Let me know if you have any solution. Let me know if you would like to name any district beside this one, because already named. And then, ooh, that, guys, what is that? It's destroyed, probably by the tornado. There you go. Anyways, thanks for watching.